Again, I just started recording. I forgot that it wasn't being recorded. Just for
Okay,
the
so
reference.
I
Yeah, go
so
ahead.
I have gotten some PET CT scan report from Dr. Ashish with the images as well as its corresponding reports. I was going through the reports. As you can see here, they have mentioned the SUV max value of different regions along with the size of the tumor, if I'm not wrong. So now the next step would be to identify the image that this is referring to. For example, cervical right 2 and 5. What does it translate to the image part is what now we are trying to find in the DICOM images that Dr. Ashish shared.
Some broader information, though the specifics would be only like Ashish will be the right person to give you the specifics. But to give a broader understanding on how to read this report is one. So when we say cervical node, so there's a particular region that you're looking at, and it is and when you say levels, so level 1 to 6, there are lymph nodal stations identified according to their location. So according to which node is enlarged, you give, and those are so there are certain reference points in the scan based on you assign. So that is how you get the location of the involvement. The second information that comes is the size of the lesion, and the third information that comes is the uptake. Now, when you see the 7.37 centimeter in craniocaudal extent, again that is one dimension. So generally, not every time they report all the three dimensions. They generally just report the one where the which has the maximum. So the largest or the longest dimension is what they report. So here in this case, they've reported the craniocaudal extent. But we could always they could also go back to the scan, and even if you want the like the transverse and the depth, even that information they can provide. So that's possible. But as from a clinical perspective, that is not relevant. So that's why they don't report that information. And the same nodal area, you look at SUV. So again, though they report individually multiple sites, so they've reported that is right, left, all of these level nodes, etc. But they treat that whole neck region, that is right and left neck, as one region. And so in that whole area, whichever was the highest area of uptake, that's the SUV max, that is what they report. So that was 9.78. Likewise, they've gone to the infraclavicular, then they've reported the mediastinal nodes. So this is how the lymphoma reporting happens. So they cover all the lymph nodes. Then they also report on liver, spleen, or if there's any other uptake which they pick up, and the bone marrow.
Okay. So, what I would do is I'll try to fix a like separate meeting with Dr. Ashish so that I can go with the image and see what he's like how he sees. For example, I don't know what could be the highest SUV value.
Yeah.
So here it
Yes.
is 19.
Yeah. So that could vary. Now that could vary from a case to case. Uh, Generally, we get it. I mean, if that is important to you, then generally it's a range. So sometimes you can have very low uptake in the Hodgkin's lymphoma. It could be just 4 or 5. To sometimes it can even be around 20-25. But if that is important for you, then yes, I think Ashish should be the right person to give you a range for this.
Yes, okay. Because so the one thing that we can straightforwardly take from a pet image through programming as an engineer is only the SUV value.
Yeah.
That's a straightforward thing that we can take. Everything else will be a secondary derivation that we have to write code for.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing is one of the function would be to filter based on the SUV uptake. Like you said, maybe the range might differ widely for HL, but
Yeah.
at least we'll have some tentative regions, and then we
Yeah.
can go to this regions. Maybe try to have a couple of sessions, sittings with Dr. Ashish, for example, where and all nodes are there. I think
Yes.
here in PET CT scan only nodes are looked at, right? Not organs
So
or
in a
something.
this lymphoma PET-CT reports and the lymphoma PET-CT report, what they look at is lymph nodes. They look at liver, they look at spleen, they look at bone marrow. They also comment on the lung. But other than this, sometimes you can have uptake at other sites also. So you can have sometimes uptake at unusual locations. You can have it at thyroid gland. You can have it in the intestines. So if there is any uptake noted like that, then they report in addition. But as a routine, they report lymph nodes, liver, spleen, bone marrow, and the lungs.
Okay. Okay, doctor. This is
But
fine.
this is
So
also
this,
helpful. I think Venkat, we could also look for those other keywords, right? Spleen, bone marrow,
yes,
lungs,
yes,
because
sir.
those might occasionally be mentioned as well.
Yes.
Um,
So this will be the multimodal data programming from our part. So based on the natural languages that's present here, we'll try to get the images identified. So this is fine. Umesh, have you put? So I just wanted to know the statistics of how much we have for both PATH and PET CT scan currently. Do you have the statistics?
Hello. So actually,
Yes.
I don't have any image for PET CT scan. So I have only the data for pathology, the whole slide images.
Oh, images is not there for PET
So
CT scan?
size, no, because Dr. Ashish was not available till yesterday. So
Okay.
was,
So what is this then? I see a doc. Oh, I think this was given to us directly. Okay, this was something that he has given us directly. I hope you did not put it, right?
so I can.
Okay. Yes, this was given to us earlier. So, Umesh, what I wanted is the PET CT scan for this corresponding report. Now I don't know how is it mapping or not. Can you verify and let me know?
Yes, sir.
So a couple of things is the PET CT scan should map with these reports, and it should also map with the path. So one identifier for the patient and its corresponding unique identified pathology images and its corresponding PET CT for base and interim.
Yes.
Okay. And can we also have a master sheet? Have you copied it? Can you copy it here?
Yes, I will upload it.
Okay, a master sheet where all the details are present. Totally how many records and what is not there and what is there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And also we need to sit maybe next week, Umesh, we'll sit with for the PET CT scan. Can you talk to Ashish and get back to me? I am. I'll send you my calendar when I'm available. Post Tuesday or Wednesday. At max Wednesday, I'll be available. We have a conference going on. So 7th, since I think next week, Dr. Asmuk, you will not be there, right?
Yeah, not there for a couple of weeks.
Okay, so I will.
You won't be available next week onwards for a couple of weeks, is it?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So from 5th till 15th, I'm not available.
So if you can ask next week from Thursday sometime with Dr. Ashish Umesh, we can fix a meeting. You can send a his availability and we can fix a meeting, and then we can start writing the labeling functions as well for the PET CT scan.
Okay. And sir, whom should I coordinate with IIT, because Chandan,
Yes.
he said he's resigning. So
Yes, he has taken a break. He is preparing for some exams. Currently, you can coordinate with me. I'll put you in touch with the project manager. We'll hire one soon, and maybe by next week we'll let you know. Okay. Professor Ganesh, that's all from my side for currently. So next week, from today and tomorrow, students should be joining, and we should have more progress.
Yeah, they'll be done with their placements by in a day or two. Next week onwards, I think even the students would be a lot more active. Okay, so we will anyways continue and we'll meet on Wednesday afternoons, right? Just so that we set the new trend.
Yeah.
We'll continue next Wednesday onwards, even in your absence, Dr. Junior.
Yeah.
Okay. So should we close then?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Umesh, can you stay for a minute?
yes.
Is your joining process done, Umesh?
Yes, sir.
Have you gotten the first salary? and everything? Is there any, if you have any grievances on that, let me know. Okay.
Sir, I got the first salary, but for the this month they told me to regularize, but I was unable to come there in IIT. So
Regular